It's that time again. We have a new shipment. A lot of books came in this week, last week of August 2025. As a dealer, I'm also sent promotional posters, so let's take a look. Quite a few came in. This is a series that's going to occur in Green Lantern starting issue 25. One gem to power the galaxy. Starbreaker Corps versus the Emerald Warriors of Oa. 6-part crossover titled The Starbreaker Supremacy. Okay, might have to check that out. This looked interesting. Kirkman and Dan Mora on Transformers starting issue 25. Maybe a new team on G.I. Joe and Void Rivals also. This was a two-sided poster. Let's see what. Just another making use of the other side. Graphic novels. Okay. Then Justice League Red. That's a new Justice League title. Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry. That should be coming out soon, this fall at least. And then, ta-da, there it is. Batman #1. It's a new day in Gotham. Fresh start for DC's flagship series. Begins in September. What do you think of that? I might have to keep that poster. Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Okay, well, that's the exciting news from DC. I'll switch over to the other studio cam and we'll take a look at what's new for the last week of August 2025. Starting off, we have one hardbound, The Avengers in the Veracity Trap. This was recommended and Jabba, my friend Jabba, requested a copy of this. We need to have Jabba on. He's a fount of knowledge. Jabba. But this is, I'm not sure he knows more about it, but a new graphic novel, Marvel Arts and Abrams Comic Arts. Pretty cool. Okay, we have, let me show the, so these DC Compact editions are a really great value for a reader copy of different comics or series. So this is Static Season 1, and their price point is $10, so can't beat that. Wonder Woman, Blood and Guts. This is Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang. So these I usually bring a set to the shows, and I put a set out at the antique mall. There's the Batman Hush story, classic Batman story. And this was a new title, DC The New Frontier. Look how thick that is. Still only $10. I'm not familiar with that storyline. The art looks awesome. And then a couple larger format trade paperbacks. We have Batman, Huntress, Cry for Blood, Greg Rucka and Rick Burchett. I recently met Rick, and I like the Huntress. I guess that's the Question. Not sure who that third character is, so I'm actually looking forward to reading that myself. And then Red Hood, The Lost Days. This looked interesting. Not sure if you're familiar with it. If that's something you've read, drop a comment, let us know what you think of it. But this is a nice, affordable trade paperback copy, $18. Okay, let's take a look at the periodicals next. And here's one of my signed books from a con earlier this year where I met Rick. Met him a couple times, but this con there was a little bit more time to speak with him. He lives in the St. Louis metro area. Once you meet somebody and see their work, you start to notice it everywhere you look. And this was just a fun Justice League of America. Had Guy Gardner, Superman and Batman on the cover. And this was a comic book that Rick had worked on. So he signed that to me. Now, I've mentioned before, this is an inexpensive way to showcase your books if you want to make a wall hanging. They have a UV protection, and that book's been up for several months, no problem so far that I can tell. But anyway, this is an affordable way to mount a book, and you can still take it out and rotate books out if you like. I have these available at the Antique Mall. Nice price point of like $13.50, I think. So let's get back to the show and preview the books from the last week of August. Okay, let's preview the periodicals for the last week of August. I have two thick stacks, starting with Absolute Martian Manhunter. We're at issue number 6. I am not tracking if that's going to be, if it's a 6-issue set, how much longer it's going to go. I'll be honest, I have not read this, but like all the other Absolute titles, it's a nice title. I know a lot of people are enjoying it. Some interesting art. I believe the artist is doing the inking as well. So some variant covers here. I think this one in the middle might be, they're all interesting, but very cool. So, and as always, I shouldn't say always, but in this case, you get the cardstock over cover A, which is kind of nice. We're up to issue 11, Absolute Wonder Woman. Ordered in a couple copies of cover A and a couple of variant covers. This is a amazing cover. Let me check real quick. Derek Chu. It's a beautiful, amazing the color on that and the detail, the skull in the back, kind of blurred out. Wow, and the kind of fur cape, tattooed arm. That's amazing. I really like that cover. They're all great, but I think that one really caught my eye. Okay, and then we have one more of this. I keep espousing Geiger or recommending Geiger. It's a great series. It's up to issue 17. Catch it in a trade paperback if you're not willing to invest in the floppies. If you like any kind of post-apocalyptic, just a really cool world, cool character, a great story. It's from Jeff Johns. Universal Monsters is out with The Invisible Man, issue 1. So that's a fun horror comic book there. Classic movie monster. I went ahead and ordered in this variant cover. You'll Do Bad Things from Tyler Boss, issue number 6. I was kind of looking forward to seeing where this went. Looks like I got a cover A and a cover B. We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, issue number 5. This is a Rook spy thriller. I tried a little bit of this. I just haven't had time. It wasn't super fluent. It looked like it was a pretty big time investment. Just haven't gotten back to it. But if you're reading this, drop a comment. Let us know what you think of it. There's a few different covers. Tim Seeley and Patton Oswalt's Money Shot, The Big Bang. It's at issue 4, kind of a tongue-in-cheek, fun little series, mashup between biochemist and pornography with aliens. Go figure. Beautiful cover for Speed Racer #2. It's being published by Mad Cave. We've got David Pepos and David Tinto, if I said that right. And there's the classic cover with Racer X. Now I'm interested to read this because of what happened last issue. So if you have time, stick around. In this series, I do the previews first, and then I review the ones that I read, and so we can take a look at what we thought of them. Superman #29, that's a really nice cover. Pretty cool. Some interesting cloud work with the sun. Oh, who did this? Ariel Olivetti. This is the, I believe this is the cover A for issue 29. So this is part 2, Legion of Darkseid. And then every now and then they make available facsimile reprints, and this looked like a fun facsimile with Summer of Superman, just to go back and take a look. So that from his early days, this would have been probably from 42 or something. Well, they published comics like 4 times a year back then, so this might be more like 45 or later. I don't know if it says. Let's see right away. I don't see, but kind of a trip back in time to see how comic books looked back then. Okay, and one other cover of Superman 29. That's a awesome Lois Lane cover. Very, very cool with the Daily Planet in the background. Wow, that's a neat cover. Okay, let me grab the next stack and I'll be right back. Okay, a lot of issues this week. So continuing with the cover previews, we have Justice League Unlimited, issue #10, subtitled To Save Doomsday. And this is the Nathan Cesardi variant for the same issue. Wonder Woman and Supergirl on the cover. Issue 24 of the current series of The Flash. Hadn't had that in a while, so it's nice to see. I'm a fan of Green Arrow. I definitely recommend it. Now that's an interesting cover. Oh, I see now. I see his other eye there. It's kind of light and shadow. Huh. Not sure what's going on. Looking forward to reading issue 27. Issue 4 of Mr. Terrific, Year 1. Batman. Inner Stage Left. And there's a alternate cover, Shadow of the Bat. That's cool. Okay, this is the limited, I think this is it. I think it was just limited to 3 issues, Robin and Batman, Jason Todd, issue #3. Oh, that's, yeah, I'm kind of recalling this is the new mystery. Seems like a villain getting Jason Todd to stray away from Batman and fight crime. So we'll see how this turns out. It's been interesting. It's Jeff Lemire. A couple copies of this cover. Fun cover, toy simulation cover of Harley Quinn with the price sticker. Superpowers collection. This is issue 53. This is a David Nakayama cardstock variant cover. Here's cover A. And had that in for a while, so that's nice to see. And this cover, let's check. Mahmoud Astra and Tomei Moret, I guess on the inks. Kaboom! And then lots of, picked up quite a few of these variants here. So in the, I actually read this last night, but Patrick Kinlan was referring to it as GNA issue number 3, and this is Public Defender is this character on the cover. And then there was an adult version, as you can imagine, with the title Naked Aggression. They had to play around with that, but it came with a nice little cover in the poly bag, so that's good. And then I think this is the last title, but nice new Red Sonja title, Sonja Reborn. I read this last night too. It's a fun premise. You can stick around for the reviews. We'll mention it. But that's from Christopher Priest is writing this, and you have the cosplay cover, and then this beautiful cover, both regular and foil. And pow, that foil, that's amazing. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but that's really amazing cover. Okay, got curly hair on this one. But that's everything for the last week of